Hey, Shalom, this is Brother Shamar from the GMS OSF Bay Camp. I just wanted to make this quick video going into this article right here. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honors to our apostles, and Shalom to all the Akim out there preaching his word in truth and sincerity. And pretty much this article is just going into what the title say right here, which is Barack Obama warns Americans to be prepared for a disaster in the near future, pretty much. And this article is pretty much taking out little things that Obama said during the speech he gave earlier this week on May 31st. And it says, when Obama speaks to the public, it is very rare that he does so without without a specific purpose in mind. So why is he urging Americans to be prepared for a disaster? All of a sudden, on May 31st, Obama took time out of his extremely busy schedule to deliver an address at the FEMA National Response Coordination Center in Washington. During his speech, he stressed that every American is responsible for preparing for disasters, and that includes having an evacuation plan and having a fully stocked disaster supply kit. These are basic steps that I have been encouraging people to do for years, but if they won't listen to me, perhaps they will listen to the man currently residing in the White House. And the next little piece is what he said, a little piece from what he said during the speech. One of the things that we have learned over the course of the last 7.5 years is that the government plays a vital role, but it is every citizen's responsibility to be prepared for a disaster, and that means taking proactive steps like having an evacuation plan and having a fully stocked disaster supply kit. If your local authorities ask you to evacuate, you have to do it. Don't wait. The speech was timed to coincide with the beginning of hurricane season, although hurricanes have not posed much of a threat lately. But yeah, he's saying, so they pretty much warning you ahead of time to get ready. He's saying he's been doing it for years, but citizens don't really, they just depend on the government. They wait open-handed for Esau, because they're so used to all these handouts. They're going to just wait for the government to come and save them. Like you see in any disaster that happens, nobody, like it says right here, nobody ever prepares. What do? They expect the government to come and save them. And he pretty much telling you need to be ready. Slap. They telling you to be ready pretty much to survive on your own, and not to depend on the government. It says it's every citizen's responsibility to be prepared for a disaster. So they telling you straight up that they're not going to help you in that time. You should be prepared for anything that's going to happen, which is a lot of things going to happen. I'm gonna jump down. It is interesting to note that during his speech, Barack Obama also noted that the American people seem to have become very complacent about getting prepared. And what we've been seeing is some public complacency slipping in, a large portion of people not having preparedness kits, not having evacuation plans. Hit this scripture real quick. Cause yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Like right here in Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's pretty much what it is. People are so complacent. They trust in this corrupt government, this corrupt society. They're putting their trust in Esau to help when if anything goes wrong. The first people they turn to is Esau, the so-called government. They thinking that their government is going to come and save them, and then earlier, up in the article, it said that each citizen, it's up to each citizen to be prepared. Basically, telling you to don't depend on the government. Yet everybody depends on the government for help in any time of emergency. That's the first. That's the first thing they're gonna turn to is Esau and his army. And it says right here in Psalms 118:8, it's better to put your trust in the Lord than to put your confidence in man, because they putting your confidence in Esau. He brings nothing but death. So you're running to somebody who offers nothing but death for help. He can only help you die. He's not going to help you survive. And everybody, like it says right here, we've been seeing some public complacency slipping in a large portion of people not having preparedness kits, not having evacuation plans. It's not even about that. It's just about them being complacent. That's the kind of spirit that everybody, typical Babylonian, is in, just because of the spirit that's pushed out in Babylon. They thinking that this place is going to continue going on, so they're just complacent. They're so used to everything being given to them, not even depending on themselves most of the time. They just living day to day. Their mind frame is geared towards being dependent, not independent. And it says it's better to trust in the Lord, because the only one who can save you out of that time is the Lord. Because the so-called white man not gonna help you out. His army ain't gonna help you out. The only thing they gonna help is you get put to death or put that chip in you. Now further continue with the article. This is exactly what I have been noticing as well. There appears to be a tremendous amount of apathy out there, and relatively few people really seem to feel much urgency to get prepared these days. Let me jump down again real quick. It says one more thing that I found particularly noteworthy about Obama's speech was that he said that there is now a FEMA app that can direct you to the nearest FEMA shelter in the event of a major emergency. If you need information about how to put together an evacuation plan, how to put together a disaster preparedness kit, as Craig said, we've got an app for everything now. We have a FEMA app in English and Spanish to help you prepare for your family, to help prepare your family for a disaster. You can update the National Weather Service alerts. You can get safety tips for more than 20 kinds of hazards, and it provides you with directions to nearby shelters. So that's just basically guiding you straight to your destruction. Because any FEMA shelter, if anybody's in the know, you would know that FEMA shelters is concentration camps. FEMA camp. It's not they're trying to sugarcoat it, call it a shelter, like it's somewhere for safety. And when it's nothing but just a slaughterhouse, just to kill you. So you come in there thinking you're finna get help, they're just gonna help you further into destruction. And it said right here, could you envision yourself and your family having to take refuge in a FEMA shelter someday? Because nobody considers about anything bad happening. That's how complacent and docile people are out here. They would never think to be prepared for anything that happens, or they wouldn't even know what to do if anything was to happen. This is Ecclesiastes 9:12. For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare. so are the sons of men snared in an evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. And that's what's going to happen. This evil time going to fall suddenly upon everybody because they don't take heed to all the little hints and signs, or the different little just prophecies, really, the different prophecies that goes on around the world. All this stuff that's going on, they don't consider the fact that it's coming here to America. Everybody's complacent, like the article I said. They just docile. They don't even, they don't consider. And the FEMA got an app to lead you to the nearest FEMA camps. They're just trying to basically make it seem like they're just pretty much just getting people ready to go to these camps, because they know that everybody's not going to get prepared. Why else would they tell you to go to that camp in case of a so-called emergency? That's just easy. You know, people are easily going to go there just because they don't stock up on food. They're not thinking that anything's going to happen. They're not even ready for anything, like the article been saying. This last little section. Unlike Venezuela, it looks like we may still have a little bit more time to prepare for what's ahead. Some people will relax and use this time to party, which is what everybody's doing pretty much. But those that are wise will work diligently and will do what they can to get ready for the exceedingly challenging times that are rapidly approaching. And what we doing to get ready is putting on the armor Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, arming ourselves with this word and preparing ourselves spiritually for the time to come. Because we don't trust in men or trusted in anything that's temporal. We're not finna go stock up on food and shit. We putting our faith that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is going to guide us in that time to help us survive and get our daily bread. Hopefully you are listening to the warnings and are heeding what the watchmen are saying. If not, the consequences for what will happen to you and your family will ultimately be on your own hands. Just like the scriptures say, when you've been warned, your blood is on your own hands. And they're saying that they said he taking heed to the watchmen. We're the real watchmen, because we're out there telling our people on the streets every day. This article is only going a certain amount of people see that. We actually out there in people's faces, telling you straight up like what's coming, what's going to come. And this is Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. So we're the watchmen that's out there warning our people, because we're watching for what's coming to pass. Nobody really reads articles, man. Nobody pays attention to the news. Nobody looks at what's going on in any type of way in this society. So we're the only ones that's really out there being the true watchmen on our clothes coming to pass. And like it says right here, if they don't take heed, then it's going to be in your own hands. That's your fault. Like the scriptures say, when all that stuff comes to pass, then they were going to know that it was a prophet among them. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, double honors to our apostles. Shalom to all the Akim out there, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. And keep on watching these prophecies coming to pass, because we're getting closer and closer to this place coming down, man. Shalom.